So John, we in the title of the webinar, we talked about ABM and what is the connection between trust, influencers, and reaching our ABM, our target account list, and reaching those ideal customer profiles.
We went that way with all of our companies. Like when you look at any company that I've started, we've always evolved into account-based approach in marketing, and it was almost natural. So it's like, I can just tell you, I've started or invested over 35 companies at this point.
Wow.
So, yeah, so it's very clear. I mean, right now, I mean, just even the 3 or 4 I mentioned today, like, I mean, Relevance is a good example. We used to have clients that were, paying a certain amount we just kind of take what we could get at the time. Now, this was when you're starting out, and they were more demanding. They were less trust. They were less income, less margin. And like in Dan's book, it talks about how like a trucking company went from working towards getting the more premium, the ones that value the relationship, that weren't just tearing you apart, and like focusing, like being obsessed with getting those accounts that do that, those characteristics, the demographics of the companies, the people, and all that. And for the Relevance example I was just giving you, now it's like a one in, one out thing. And I'm telling you, like when they focused on that 2 or 3 years ago, it was like, it's a massive difference when you can actually focus on the accounts that bring the most value, have the best relationships. And then also you're speaking, and this stuff that we're talking about is so much more important because you can personalize more an account base. When you're doing a spray and pray approach, it's very hard to do some of these things we're talking about. But like Andy Crestodino is a friend of mine who does a lot of webinars. He's a really believer in account-based marketing. If you look at his, he does tons of webinars. Actually, Eric, I should introduce you to him. Andy's do you know Andy, by the way?
No.
He wrote content chemistry. Really good person, and like he'll say, hey, like I found out, like this is just an example thrown out, that like they do websites, and so it's like he's like, I found out that like let's just say lawyers, I forgot what exactly, I think it was maybe construction companies, large construction companies really needed help with their website. And it was like he did a webinar, and I think he uses this example in the book, and he kind of reverse engineers, like from webinar we did this, and they did an integrated approach to account-based marketing, and it ended up like he personalized certain things, conversion rate went up, did a lot of different things there, but he was still using a lot of the things I'm telling you about. So when you combine what I've talked about for whatever 50 minutes here, combined with that account-based like focus, it's very, very, it's amazing. And once again, when you combine basically industry leadership and trust with focusing on the people that it matters. Once again, when you simplify it, it's not rocket science.